Jeremiah 10 through 12. Hear the word which Yahweh speaks to you, house of Israel. This is what Yahweh says. Do not learn the way of the nations, and do not be dismayed at the signs of the heavens, for the nations are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vanity. For one cuts a tree off of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen, with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, so that it cannot move. They are like a palm tree of turned wood, and do not speak. They must be carried, because they cannot move. Do not be afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither is it in them to do good. There is no one like you, Yahweh. You are great, and your name is great in might. Who would not fear you, King of the nations? For it belongs to you. Behold, among all the wise men of the nations, and in all their royal estate, there is no one like you, but they are together brutish and foolish, instructed by worthless idols made of wood. There is silver beaten into plates, which is brought from Tarshish, and gold from Uphaz, the work of the engraver and of the hands of the goldsmith. Their clothing is blue and purple. They are all work of skillful men. But Yahweh is the true God. He is the living God, an everlasting King. At his wrath the earth trembles. The nations are not able to withstand his indignation. You shall say this to them: the gods that have not made the heavens and the earth will perish from the earth and from under the heavens. God has made the earth by his power. He has established the world by his wisdom, and by his understanding he has stretched out the heavens. When he utters his voice, the waters in the heavens roar. And he causes the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He makes lightning from the rain, and brings the wind out of the treasures. Every man has become brutish and without knowledge. Every goldsmith is disappointed by his engraved image. For his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. There is vanity, a work of delusion. In the time of their visitation they will perish. The portion of Jacob is not like this, for he is the maker of all things, and Israel is the tribe of the inheritance. Adonai Tzvaot is his name. Gather up your waves out of the land, you who live under siege. For Yahweh says, behold, I will sling out the inhabitants of the land at this time, and will distress them, that they may feel it. Woe is me because of my injury. My wound is serious. But I said, truly this is my grief, and I must bear it. My tent has been destroyed, and all my cords are broken. My children have gone away from me, and they are no more. There is no one to pitch my tent, to set up my curtains, for the shepherds have become brutish, and have not inquired of Yahweh. Therefore they have not prospered, and all their flocks have scattered. The voice of news, behold, it comes, in a great commotion out of the north country, to make the cities of Judah a desolation, a dwelling place of jackals. Yahweh, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man who walks to direct his steps. Yahweh, correct me, be gentle, not in your anger, lest you reduce me to nothing. Pour out your wrath on the nations that do not know you, and on the families that do not call on your name. For they have devoured Jacob, yes, they have devoured him, consumed him, and have laid waste his habitation. The word that came to Jeremiah from Yahweh, saying, hear the word of this covenant, and speak to the men of Judah, and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and say to them, this is what Yahweh, the God of Israel, says. Cursed is the man who does not hear the words of the covenant, which I command your fathers in the day that I brought them out of the land of Egypt, out of the iron furnace, saying, obey my voice, and do them, according to all which I have commanded you. So you shall be my people, and I will be your God, that I may establish the oath which I swore to your fathers, to give them a land flowing with milk and honey, as it is today. And I answered and said, Amen, Yahweh. Yahweh said to me, proclaim all these words in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem, saying, hear the words of this covenant and do them. For I earnestly protest to your fathers in the day that I brought them up out of the land of Egypt, even to this day, rising early and protesting, saying, obey my voice. Yet they did not obey, nor turn their ear, but everyone walked in their stubbornness and of their evil heart. Therefore I brought on them all the words of this covenant which I command them to do. But they did not do them. Then Yahweh said to me, a conspiracy is found among the men of Judah and among the inhabitants of Jerusalem. They have turned back the iniquities of their forefathers who refused to hear my words. They have gone after other gods to serve them. The house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant, which I made with their fathers. Therefore, this is what Yahweh says, behold, I will bring evil on them, which they will not be able to escape. They will cry to me, and I will not listen to them. Then the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem will go and cry to the gods to which they offer incense, but they will not save them at all in their time of trouble. For according to the number of your cities and your gods, Judah, and according to the number of the streets of Jerusalem, you have set up altars to the shameful thing, even altars to burn incense to Baal. Therefore do not pray for this people. Do not lift up cry or prayer for them, for I will not hear them in the time that they cry to me because of their trouble. What has my beloved to do with my house, since she has behaved lewdly with many, and the holy flesh has passed from you? When you do evil, then you rejoice. Yahweh called your name, a green olive tree, beautiful with goodly fruit. With the noise of a great roar, he has kindled a fire on it, and its branches are broken. Adonai Sebaot, who planted you, has pronounced evil against you. Because of the evil of the house of Israel and of the house of Judah, they have done themselves in provoking me to anger by offering incense to Baal. Moreover, Yahweh gave me knowledge of it, and I knew it. Then you showed me their doings. But I was like a gentle lamb that is led to the slaughter. I did not know that they had devised plans against me, saying, let us destroy the tree with its fruit, and let us cut off the land of the living, that his name may be no more remembered. But Adonai Sebaot, who judges righteously, who tests the hearts and the mind, I will see your vengeance on them. For to you I have revealed my cause. Therefore Yahweh says, concerning the men of Anathoth, who seek your life, saying, you shall not prophesy in the name of Yahweh, that you not die by our hand. Therefore, this is what Adonai Sebaot says, behold, I will punish them. The young men will die by the sword, their sons and their daughters will die by famine. There will be no remnant to them. For I will bring evil on the men of Anathoth, even the year of their visitation. You are righteous, Yahweh, when I contend with you, yet I would like to reason the cause with you. Why does the way of the wicked prosper? Why are they all at ease who dwell very treacherously? You have planted them, yes, they have taken root. They grow, yes, they produce fruit. You are near in their mouth, and far from their heart. But you, Yahweh, know me. You see me, and test my heart toward you. Put them out like sheep for the slaughter, and prepare them for the day of slaughter. How long will the land mourn, and the herbs of the whole country wither? Because of the wickedness of those who dwell therein, the animals and birds are consumed. Because they said, he will not see our latter end. If you have run with the footmen, and they have wearied you, then how can you contend with horses? Though in a land of peace you are secure, yet how will you do it in pride Jordan? For even your brothers in the house of your father, even they have dealt treacherously with you. Even they have cried aloud after you. Do not believe them, though they speak beautiful words to you. I have forsaken my house, I have cast off my heritage. I have given the dearly beloved of my soul into the land of her enemies. My heritage has become to me as a lion in the forest. She has uttered her voice against me. Therefore, I have hated her. Is my heritage to me a speckled bird of prey? Are the birds of prey against her all around? Go, assemble all the animals of the field, bring them to devour. My shepherds have destroyed my vineyard. They have trodden my portion underfoot. They have made my pleasant portion a desolate wilderness. They have made it a desolation. It mourns to me. Being desolate, the whole land is made desolate, because no one cares. Destroyers have come on all the bar heights in the wilderness. For the sword of Yahweh devours from the one end of the land to the other end of the land. No flesh shall have shalom. They have sown wheat and have reaped thorns. They have exalted themselves and profit nothing. You will be ashamed of your fruits because of the fierce anger of Yahweh. This is what Yahweh says concerning all my evil neighbors who touch the inheritance which I have caused my people Israel to inherit. Behold, I will pluck them up from off their land, and will pluck up the house of Judah from among them. It will happen that after I pluck them up, I will return and have compassion on them. I will bring them again, every man to his heritage, and every man to his land. It will happen, if they will diligently learn my ways of my people, to swear by my name, as Yahweh lives, even as they taught my people to swear by Baal, then they will be built up in the middle of my people. But if they will not obey, I will utterly pick up and destroy their nation, says Yahweh.